Queen. Today we're out in the bunkhouse doing the most boring thing that nobody ever talks about. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm not sponsored. I'm not a YouTuber. I can't afford a new rod and reel by the dozen. So I'm forced with the thing that nobody talks about, and that's gear maintenance. About 2 weeks ago, I was down on the beach trying to catch some surf perch, and my rig failed. This reel right here, Daiwa Sweetfire. I've had this thing for years. It's going on, it's probably fifth year. Caught lots of fish, never had a problem with it. Dropped in the ocean a few times, fully submerged. And I always gave it a freshwater bath when it got home. But it finally gave up the ghost and seized up on me. And of course, you should always check your gear before you go, right? Before you go out to fish. But sometimes you're in a hurry. The weather's good and you want to get out there and you want to rip some lips. But long story short is this reel failed. I threw it out on my big surf rod, probably 300 yards, and it absolutely failed on me. I had to hand line it in. So I'm hoping instead of just, we live in this disposable world, it seems like, where, you just buy something and then you buy a new one right away when the old one breaks. But I'm hoping I can get it taken apart and get a little bit more life out of it, So, and I've kind of done this before, but I'm just playing with it. Like, I'm not an expert. If you're watching this for repair aspects, then you're probably not watching the right thing. So what I've done now is I've just removed the handle, and there is some grease in here still. You can see it. It looks pretty sandy. There's a bunch of sand, and I'm gonna do this in a two process. I'm gonna try to remove all the old lube with all the old sand and a bunch of shit in there from being in the salt, and I'm gonna do that with a penetrant. I'm just gonna penetrant. I'm gonna just hit it with this WD-40 here. Let that soak in, get all that old grease out of there, anything else. Just kind of clean out all that sand. You can see on the, it's just a mess, And I'm guilty of just buying new. That seems to be what everybody does. If something seizes up, you just throw it out and buy a new one. But Monk is on a budget, you know what I'm saying? So if I can just take some time, go through the reel, and hopefully get it to work. This is all new to me. I mean, monkey trying to make love to a football. I'm just gonna go through it and basically clean it up the best I can, see what I can find. This, anytime you're out surf fishing, it's hard on gear. I do my best to keep it out of the water, but where I live, we have 20-foot waves all last week. I don't usually fish that, but things happen, man. You drop your pole or your rod, and next thing you know, you're out. And this wasn't a very expensive reel. I mean, it's a Daiwa Sweetfire, and it's lasted 5 years, which I'm pretty excited for. But some of these other reels cost $200-$300, and I kind of went in with the mindset of, well, if I get 5 years out of it, that's going to be enough. But I mean, I'm not a YouTuber with like big sponsorships. Nobody's sending me rods and reels. I can't afford to go to Bass Pros every 2 weeks and buy new shit. So we got the top off now, and you can really see why it failed. I mean, it is just a sandy mess in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to clean that out the best I can. Hopefully we can get everything put back together once we take it apart. You know, this is one of my favorite reels. I use it quite a bit. I use it on my surf casting rod. Hey, Gibson family. And sorry, the lighting in here is terrible. What are we doing and where are we from? And hello to the Gibson family as well. What we're doing is we're taking apart a reel. I was out perch fishing in the ocean the other day, and I'm from the Pacific Northwest. I live on the Washington State coast, and I'm tired of buying a new reel every year. So what I'm trying to do is just some gear maintenance, man. I know it's the most boring part of fishing, but I'm trying to figure it out, you know, trying to save a couple bucks. England, huh? Never been over there. I want to make a tea drinking joke, but that's awesome, man. That is fantastic. How is the fishing over in England? I have partaken in the devil's lettuce before, or the Lord's lettuce, or whatever you want to call it. But now, man, I'm old. So, like, you know, it just came to a point where I was like a daily smoker, an edible enjoyer, and it just became a waste of money, man. You know, like it wasn't doing anything for me. You know, it wasn't helping me sleep. It wasn't helping with anxiety or anything along that line. So I just quit. You know, it was a habit and I just moved past it. So, nope, I am not a weed guy. I'm a Chihuahua guy now. It's weird being middle aged. You know, you told me in my 20s I'd have a Chihuahua I carry around in a purse. Got this pretty cleaned out. I'm liking the way it's looking. This bail handle. I got some penetrant on there, like a WD-40. And I think I got all the sand out of there. I might put that handle back in. I got a little bit of like 3-in-1 oil I think I'm going to use. You know, they make all kinds of product like gear grease and I got a lot of that stuff. I got an old pickup I enjoy working on as well. So I didn't buy anything specifically fishing related. I'm hoping I can make do with some just gear oil I would use in my truck. Hey, mainly off grid, man. Good to see you, bro. It's doing good. Just doing some gear maintenance mainly. You know, salt water is hard on stuff. You know that as well as the next guy. So I'm just trying to take this reel apart, put it back together, see if I can't save a couple bucks. Appreciate you stopping by and checking out my my live, man. If you guys enjoy the outdoors, mainly after I'm done with my live, you can go check out his channel. He's got some cool stuff. Got a little crew of goons, and they're always doing some mudding and riding four-wheelers and improving his homestead as well. So, Yeah, I'd like to think this was preventive, but I was on the beach and I threw out and I realized I couldn't reel in because it was just seized up. So preventive would have been better. Now we're doing damage control. Ramos football, huh? The only reason why I'm hitting it with the penetrant, like WD, is to help clear out all that corrosion, man. There is saltwater, sand, and who knows what else. And I really should be running a sealed rig or a sealed, setup, but I did that once and I spent, $300 on a nice, sealed setup and it still failed. So that kind of put me off on spending, big money on gear here. Don't get me wrong, everything has its place. Sometimes you got to spend big money, but this is just a perch reel. Yeah, man, we had a crap show for weather. I just got my power back this morning. It was out for a couple days. Big, atmospheric rivers, whatever they are. It's definitely fall here on the coast, and storm season to say the least, Man, we're still super tight in that spindle. But we're getting there. We're at least unseized. We're hitting a little hiccup in one spot. But I mean, you can see I got some rotation on that bail. Yeah, see, man, we don't on the West Coast, we don't get cold like that. I mean, we do, but our lows are typically just 40 for the next few months anyways. It's going to be like 40 degrees, but an abundance of rain. I mean, it's just going to rain nonstop for the next, feels like forever, but few months, But as far as overnight lows, we don't, I mean, occasionally for maybe a week we'll get down into the 30s, but other than that, it's just the rainy season. Fish bites slowing down, thinking about trying to do some bushcraft, man. Like a little survival shelter build and stuff. That's my hobby, and I'll be moving towards that here in the next future. Hey, Gibson family, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I can go. I can go ice fishing define ice fishing. It just doesn't. I'd have to travel to the other side of the mountains for that, and I'm not opposed to it. I just haven't done it. Waiting on gas prices to come down. I'm paying $6.50 a gallon where I live, and not too fan of that. But most of that is state taxes. Yeah, man, you got those goons out there, and you're always doing something, building sheds and shit, building carports, gazebos. I mean, you got a lot going on. riding those little four-wheelers around and stuff. I might be doing some of that, you know. We'll see. I have an overwhelming desire to build a camper. Like I got a little e-bike, and I want to build a e-bike camper, man. I know it's been done, and it's not really an original idea, but like I like camping and I like getting out there. But I'm getting old, bro. Like, you know, 20-year-old me could sleep on the ground in a tent. 40-year-old me is yeah, man. I have the e-bike. I have a bike trailer for it. I just need to perfect it a little bit. And I even got like spare parts. I was thinking about motorizing it, you know, electric. And I don't want to throw too much out there because then that kind of holds me to the obligation to do it. You know what I'm saying? But I think I will get some use out of that. My problem is I don't have readily accessible land like you do. I have to borrow some or do some trespassing, which, I mean, isn't a bad thing. It just limits what I can do. Well, I think I put my handle on backwards. Hey, Manly Man, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Like I said, if you guys are into outdoors and knuckleheads having a good time, get over there and check out Manly. He's a pretty solid dude. Won't even make fun of his weird accent. And I'm not sure Maine actually exists. I think it's a government conspiracy, but we can talk more about that later. I thought I had some action on this thing. It was rolling smooth at one time, but now it's just, oh, there we go. We're getting there. I think if we just keep working it, that feels pretty nice. I mean, I added some, I hit it with the penetrant, the WD-40 at first. And then I just added some gear oil. I replaced the diff in my truck a couple months ago. And, you know, they market you everything to sell you certain things, but it's all got to be the same, right? The gears in here got to be using the same oil as the gears in the truck. If not, why can't they be, right? If it's good enough for my old truck, it should be good enough for my fishing reel. All to save $3.75. That's all right. We're gonna get this screwed back in. We're getting it halfway together here. The gears are inside this little thing here or down here somewhere. I'm trying to do, I don't know, maybe too much, but absolutely covered in goop now, which I'm not a huge fan of. Feeling like Justin Bieber at a Diddy party, just all oiled up. Can I say that? Is that insensitive? I actually really enjoy Justin Bieber music, so like. And just like that, I lost 95% of my Gen X audience. They be talking trash, but they know what's up. I mean, we're getting better. There's some weird, I don't know if it's because Feels like it's working like halfway through and then I'll hit like a snag. It's 100% better than what it was before. But now that I got fucking gear oil, excuse my language, I'm trying to curse less, but I'm a sailor, so it's hard, you know? Ooh, that's feeling a lot better. No, just kidding. Oh, the bail is smooth. No, it's not. Wonder, it's just binding. Like there's just like a ton of crap in there. Or try to hit it with some. I don't want to go too deep into this because this is all foreign territory to me. Just kind of cleaning it up, hitting it with lubing parts. Lasso said hi. Hey, buddy, what's up, man? How's it going? Just out here trying to do a little gear maintenance, trying to save a couple bucks, you know? Seems like we live in a world of just throw it away and buy new. And I'm as guilty of that as anybody else, so I can't talk too bad about that, but trying to figure it out. You know, and sometimes it's nothing ventured, nothing gained. You know, it's it was seized up, has been seized up. I got it spinning now. Not spinning great, but yeah, it's still rough. And the thing is, like, I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm doing at all. I'm just trying to take sand out of places where there shouldn't be sand and adding lube to places where I think there should be lube. So the bail spins freely, but my handle is just freaking jammed up. And I don't really want to take the whole reel completely apart because I'm just not that guy. You know what I mean? I'm just spraying some crap around, wiping some sand out, hoping to save a couple bucks. I cannot pronounce your name, but hey, hope you guys are having a great Monday, man. Hopefully you had some good coffee or tea or warm beverage of your choosing. It's fall where I live, so I'm assuming everybody to be drinking pumpkin spice. Bail feels good. I mean, I'm gonna just keep, there we go. That feels nice. Until I hit right here. Once I hit right here, it just locks up. Then you can hear it pop. Rolls nice. I don't know what I'm hitting on. I don't know if I'm hitting on, just like there's a little catch. I'm gonna keep just working it and hopefully we can, get it out and into a usable rod or reel. Oh, that penetrant was working great. That WD hit in there nicely. Let's see if we can tighten that handle up a little bit. Making a terrible mess on the counter here, but it's all right. We're in the spousal avoidance center, so I can make a big mess out here and she won't mind. Man, not problem. I think my gears are stripped. I don't think the lube is gonna help. I was hoping I could clean them out and make some progress, but when I spin that bale, that handle should be turning, and we're not. I don't know if it's just my gears inside are stripped out. I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes before I retire it. Before I give up, throw it in the trash can and buy another one. Like I said, this reel wasn't very expensive, and it held up for 5 years. And heavy abuse and salt. But all my gear needs a good maintenance because it seems like I've been just neglecting it. I always rinse off my gear and take care of it the best I can, especially if I'm in the salt. But for the life of me, I can't figure out what that's hanging up on. Cleaned it out pretty thoroughly. But every time I get to right about there, I don't know, you guys can't feel it, but it just binds. It just binds up, and then I can get past it. It works freely. I can see the little bearings in the handle spot. I use that WD to get all that corrosion out. And then my plan is to hit it with a little gear oil to keep things moving. This side is sealed. There is absolutely no access to the bearings. I'm gonna go ahead and hit that with some gear oil again. I'm gonna just keep working that gear oil down in there. Hopefully I can tell my bale's moving up and down here. This little thing that moves your bale up and down is doing pretty alright until I hit that same spot. I don't know. It's getting better though. I didn't hear it click. I think we're getting some of that oil down into those gears now. A lot better spin. This thing was completely seized up before I started. If you follow the channel, I was out for a ride. Oh, that's feeling really good. I'm liking that. I was out for a ride last week or so. I made a short about it, and I found this slough, like a saltwater marsh that leads out into the ocean, and I want to fish it. I don't know what kind of fish are in there. I don't even know what. I mean, it's large. It runs back into the forest.
Hello, Moto.
Yep, nothing says embarrassment like the whole live chat knowing you're cheap and you use a Motorola. hey man, if you owned a Motorola Razr in like the O2s, you were like the shit. You know what I'm saying? You're in like 8th, 9th grade with the Motorola Razr. Kind of dates myself a little bit. But yeah, no man, it's a good phone. If you're cheap. Like if you're into name brands, then you can still watch my content, but we don't have a lot of common. I'm just not a big brand guy. As I swear undying loyalty to Ford trucks, right? So everybody's got their own thing. You know, the only thing I really did here is pour a bunch of oil down this hole. Now I hit it with some penetrant, tried to clear out all that grit first. And it's really made a big difference. I'm still slipping. I don't know if it's the actual gear inside, but you can see I hit a certain point, and then I can get through it because it's oiled up enough. But I think I'm still gonna keep working it. Hopefully I can. I wish I could open it like there, you know, on most reels there's a switch where you can reverse it to let line out. This one's not. It's a one-way reel. And we're getting there. I think I'm almost ready to put it back together. If you're a real expert, real expert, bad puns, they happen. And you feel like it, you can drop in that comment section and let me know what I'm doing wrong. Or you can sit there and watch me struggle. Either way, not gonna hurt my feelings. Did you guys hear that pop? Can't figure, you know, there is a couple screws there. I might just take them off. See how. I mean, that's a lot of screws though. There's, you know, 4 or 5 there. I don't know. I guess we can just pop them off and see what the hell happens. But I think there's so much trim on this thing that I don't really want to do that. You know, lazy, sure. But after a certain point, it's just like, well, how much work am I going to do? Is my time valuable? The answer probably not. But if we can get it pretty good and working halfway right, I'll be pretty happy. All right, let's see if we can get the handle put back together. If I can find where I put my handle underneath some slop. Hey, chill out. Nobody likes a yappy chihuahua. Oh my goodness, doesn't she sound ferocious? Hopefully you don't have headphones on. Leave it. Good girl. You're alright. She's not really brave. Like, she's cowardly. She's not barking, but she's like protecting. She's barking because she wants me to protect her. It's a different thing owning a small dog, especially a cowardly one. But she's the homie. Go ahead and rinse this damn thing off a little bit. Got so much oil on me. I feel like a cheap stripper in a Tijuana club. Should have bought some degreaser. Let's throw the top back on there. If looks mattered, we'd be golden. I don't see any more sand or any salt in there. Much like most of my high school life, I'm having trouble putting it in the hole. I can see the hole. I want it to go in. There we go. Just had to ease her in there gently. Go ahead and add a little more oil to the top. I don't see what it could hurt. Get her all lubed up. Get that screwed back on there. I don't know if we changed anything or not. You know, I did at least get all the sand out of there. Should have got the corrosion out with the lube. Go ahead and check the drag. Drag's working pretty good. I think it's got a 30-pound max drag on this thing, so. Yeah, just like that, we're fucking seized up again. Which is odd, because we spin freely here. I mean, that's smooth. But that should be cranking my handle. And it's just not. Well, it is a little bit, but not like it should be. Well, that... Jason Taylor, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, bro, there's only like one person up in here. So, like, you can come into my chat and say some dumb stuff. Oh, you got shy now, huh? I call you out on your nonsense and your bull crap, and then you get shy? I'm in here trying to fish a fishing reel, man. That's all I'm doing. You know, people who talk, you might be a kid, so I'm going to leave it alone. What's the honest question? It's not even a question, bro. You're lacking verbs and pronouns and adjectives. Do you like poopy or what? Well, poopy isn't a noun. It's a fucking description of a diaper. Your comment doesn't make any sense. If it was a simple question, I would respond accordingly. Don't get scared now. Man, this is perplexing to me. I've never seen the top spin so freely without moving the handle. The handle moves. But when I go to crank the handle, the top doesn't spin, which a little different to me. Doesn't help now that I have the, there we go. We getting there. I don't know how we getting there, but we getting there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, nothing ventured, nothing gained. I've been at this for about 45 minutes now. I got other things I want to do today, and this is a fail. So if you're watching this and you're like, damn, bro, this is what you did wrong, feel free to drop a comment. As always, go outside. It's good for your soul. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.